Like this video to support. Join our YouTube family now and never miss out on epic content, entertainment, and surprises. Hit that subscribe button. Let's start. Spoiler alert.
A herd of rams is leading the picture as it opens in a mine. The terrifying sight of the long-dead Tai Lang is presented to one of them. The rams flee as a result of his onslaught and destruction of the mine. Then Tai Lang announces that the dragon warrior and everyone else cannot stop him now. Li Shan and Mr. Po co-manage Ping's restaurant in the Valley of Peace. But Ping worries about Po. Alongside the lake, Dragon Warrior engages in a combat with the flying stingray before taking flight to confront his latest adversary. After Po defeats the stingray, the 3 piglets it was eating are saved. When Po gets back to the valley, Shifu wants to talk to him about something significant. Po chooses to attend the opening of a new restaurant that bears his heroic name instead. But Shifu is adamant that they talk. They travel to the Jade Palace where Shifu tells Po that in order for him to succeed as the Valleys of Peace spiritual leader, he must train a new dragon warrior. Po is made to witness a number of candidates showcase their skills, but he is unwilling to select anybody but himself. After that, Shifu gives Po instructions to meditate so he can get ready to select a successor. Po sees Zan, a fox, sneaking into the Hall of Heroes a little while later. After spotting her trying to pilfer something, he uses Oogway's Staff of Wisdom to stop her. Zan tries to steal the staff by using her own cunning methods to hit Po in the buttocks, but the dragon warrior stops her and takes her into the custody. The rams approach Po as he is transporting Zan to the prison. They all quickly let him know that Tai Lang has come back. Despite being surprised, Po examines the mine and notices that Tai Lang's paw prints have shrunk to the tiny ones in the snow. When Po visits Zan's cell to find out more, she tells that the chameleon, a shape-shifting sorceress, is responsible for this. Despite Shifu's apprehensions about putting her trust in a thief, Zen convinces Po to let her depart so she can assist him in finding the chameleon. As the news of the chameleon spreads, fear grips into the entire valley. Ping and Li make an effort to not worry about Po until they finally give up and admit that they fear for his life. At that time, they come together and set out on a separate journey to assist their child. Several criminal bosses in Junpyo City vent their resentment at having to give the chameleon a substantial portion of their earnings. Before she even introduces herself, they are shocked to learn that she is one of them, in disguise. In reaction to what she perceives to be disrespect, Chameleon turns into an elephant and pushes one of the bosses down the stairs before giving them a larger share of profits. Po and Zen approach the Junpa city, but first they have to cross a large body of water. They find themselves surrounded by a group of vicious creatures when they enter the Happy Bunny Tavern. Zen plays Mahang with the customers to earn their money before placing a large food order, while Po looks for the way to get into the city. Granny Po, the owner of the tavern, gives the goons orders to pursue Po and Zen after it discovered that Zen cheated. The tavern is breached on the POPs, which presents a problem. Po uses the staff to deliver a powerful blast as he and Zen battle their way past the crooks. After that, Po falls out the tavern window and onto the boat that is being driven by the Captain Fish, who is a seagull mother's mouth. They start driving Po and Zen into the city. Po finds out that Zen is a wanted person. When he gets there and he is being held with her, she quickly breaks them free, sending the guards running all over the city until Zen sneaks them into an underground space where she used to call the Den, where she used to live. Han, the group leader, is not happy that Zen left, and the other individuals are a bunch of pretty chemicals who like committing terrible deeds. They manage to hide there for a short while, during which Po keeps attempting to teach Zen the right path until Han kicks them out. After that, Po and Zen travel to the chameleon's palace. They attempt to enter the convently through a back door, but when Po spits, they unintentionally alert the Komodo dragon guards. After then, they must avoid a number of traps in order to enter. Then, as Po tries to convince Zen to help hold up the cage, with the staff after it falls on him. Zen reappears and reveals that Po was tricked into giving her the staff by the chameleon's apprentice. Seeing potential in Zen's ability to steal, she had brought her in off the streets because she was too tiny to train in the kung fu. The chameleon planned to use the staff to enter the spirit realm and retrieve the souls of our former opponents and deceased King Fu instructors. The chameleon wants to prefer as much as authority as she can in order to expand her criminal empire to China. Before reaching the bridge, Po bursts through the floor and fights a number of guards. The chameleon goes uncover as Zen in an attempt to trick Po and throw him from a bridge. But Ping and Li make it to the city in time to save him. Po's father urged him to carry out the assignment after he expresses shock at Zen's dishonesty. Then they see the guards of the chameleon entering the palace with the large cages. The doorway to the spirit realm is opened by the chameleon using the staff. The first to reply is Tai Lung, who expresses the shock what chameleon has acquired Ogwe's teeth. He then uses the same level of brutality he did in the reality to clean the floor with chameleon's guards. But the chameleon uses her tongue to steal his essence before using her own nerve attacks to imprison him. She then calls forth additional antagonists such as General Kai and Lord Shen. Four tiles to dash back inside the palace, the racing across the bridge. When Zen intervenes to stop him from taking his own life, following a brief altercation, Zen gives Po a hug and says softly for playing him. After making amends, they go into the Ping and Li to the den in attempt to convince him, Han and the others to join the battle. But they only agree because it gives them the opportunity to use force. The chameleon, having imprisoned the bad guys and kung fu experts, is now prepared to rule the world. When the outlaws defeated the guards outside Chameleon, Po and Zen were able to get out back in the day. When they get back to the chameleon, she changes into the monster that combines the bodies of everyone she has imprisoned. This forces Po to face his old enemies again before she assumes that the forms of everyone she has released, which propels Po and Zen to the top. She turns into the wicked version of Po once they return her to the earth, making him kick his own butt. Zen recovers. What? Yes, Zen recovers the staff from the chameleon after it captures Po. It convinces her that she can use it. Zen uses the staff to summon the same dragon chi energy that she used to defeat the chameleon in the combat. She gives it one more go, but Po takes the staff back and strikes her over the head. The masters of Kung Fu are let free. Tai Lung confronts his opponent and acknowledges that Po is more skilled fighter than he first thought. After giving Po the first and palm greeting, Tai Lung, Shen, Kai and all other masters send everyone back, with Tai Lung snatching the chameleon and taking her with him. Po then unlocks the portal of the spirit realm. Zen intends to turn herself in so she can go to the jail and then start over. She and Po, Li and Ping return to the Valley of Peace. However, brings her to the Jade Palace. When Shifu objects, Zen starts to question whether she really has what it takes to become the Dragon Warrior. But Po reassures her, saying that Ping once said sometimes the best dish comes from the most unlikely ingredients. Uwe passed away is shown into the sprouting as Shifu moves to meditate next to the peach tree and Zen agrees to go with Po. The Furious Five, who had left for their own adventures, join Po during the credits to assist in the training of Zen. Although she ultimately fails just as badly as Po did at the beginning.
Please make sure that you like, follow, and subscribe to our channel. Check out the other videos if you watched this video all the way through. Cheers.